Yeah. Whoa. I speak. We change lives, Jesus. I speak.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
I speak life, I speak spirit, we change lives, Jesus did it. I speak life, I speak spirit, we change lives, Jesus did it. Step into my Monday, I'm stepping to my Monday, I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it. I'm stepping to my Monday, I'm stepping to my Monday, I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Transforming minds, hey, raising leaders, kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds, hey, raising leaders, kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds, hey, raising leaders, kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds, hey, raising leaders, kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Hello, TP family. Hi, everyone. Good evening. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is having an amazing day today. I can see some few people in the comment already interacting with each other, which is so amazing to see. So thank you guys so much for always coming before we even got here to start streaming live. So thank you guys so much. But where is everyone tuning in from? I have not forgotten about the declarations. We will have it. I just wanted to come up on here to, say hello to everyone before we get into the live stream for today. So I can see someone put down by the grace of God. I hope that means you are fine. And someone also put, I am here to become. I'm so happy that you are here to become. That's the mindset you always have to, put inside your brain or your mind before you come here. You are here to become. Someone from Ghana in the house, and Uganda and Togo. Amazing. But before we start, let's get into the declaration for today, and then I'll be right back. So stay with us.
Transforming minds, yeah. Raising leaders, kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When I might change. Transforming minds, hey. Raising leaders, kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Hello, TP family. It's another section of the TP Masterclass, and I am super, super excited to meet you guys again. And first of all, I want to greet you all again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're streaming from. And I can't wait for us to get into today's declaration. So, first of all, why are we declaring? Because we all know that words are very powerful. So as you are declaring, as you are saying the words into your life, it is actually you are manifesting, like you are, whatever that you are going to say, it's actually going to be like that for you. And I am always going to use this quote from Mr. Cliff because it has really worked for me. So he says that we do not beat a thought by thinking it, we beat a thought by speaking it. So today we are going to declare, and I know that today's declaration is really going to change your mindset on how you think about the purpose of God for your life. Okay. So, right now, I want you to get rid of any distraction, anything that is going to be a hindrance. Just get to a quiet place where you can focus on the declaration today and where your full attention is given to the declaration, because we are really going to declare upon our lives today. So let's do it together. Solomon, can you please bring it up for me? Wow, today's declaration of, I know the power of declaration, and I pray that after today's declaration, we are all going to see certain changes about how we think about our purpose. Okay, so we are going to say it together 3 times. So the first one, I want you to say it with intention, mean the words that you are going to say it. Okay, so let's go. I will not die. Okay, so I will not die with the music still in me. Whatever God placed inside me will come out through my hands, my voice, and my work. This is, oh, thank you, Jesus. We are going to say it again, but for the second time that we are going to say, I want you to, instead of saying I want you to use your name. So I am going to say Elizabeth, and you are going to use your name. So you make it very personal, as it is something that we are declaring upon our lives. Okay, so let's do it again. Elizabeth will not die with the music still in me. So whatever God placed inside me will come out through my hands, my voice, and my work. Thank you, Jesus. So we are going to do it for the last time. Let it, first of all, let it sink in. Just now that we have understood what we are declaring, I want you to, for the third time, I want you to be very, very intentional about it. So let's do it again. I, Elizabeth, will not die with the music still in me. Whatever God placed inside me will come out through my hands, my voice, and my work. We thank God for this declaration because we know that even the Bible says that whatever that He has started in us, He's going to bring it to a completion. So this makes us understand that what we've declared today is actually not just words, because it means that whatever that God has set for us, our purpose, it's not going to die with us. It's going to be accomplished. It's going to be fulfilled before we leave this world. And we thank God for today's declaration. So once again, if you want more declaration, you can go to cliffchicona.com and get more declaration. I pray that today's masterclass is going to be a blessing onto your life. And thank you for being here, and thank you for always being here. Enjoy the rest of the masterclass. Bye.
Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
That was a really powerful declaration. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I quite enjoyed that the words that you spoke, and I hope it really blessed everyone else that listened to that declaration. And someone put in the comment or the live chat that declaration is really the game changer. It really is. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was quite powerful. And if you are watching the replay, just put replay in the comment, because right now people are saying things in the live chat, but you have the comment section. So just put replay, and then you can leave a testimony there, how you found the masterclass, any tips that you want us to improve. You can always put it in the comment section. And if this is your first time here, I want to take some few seconds to tell you exactly what this space is about, because most people tend to misunderstand it. That's why we have a video that will be playing for you to understand what TP Masterclass is about, because it is about trading psychology, and trading psychology, simply put, is the study of the trader's mind, their emotions, and their behavior. So before we continue, I want us to take a moment to remind ourselves what TP Masterclass is really about and the mandate behind what we are building here. So stay tuned and watch this video and pay very close attention.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
I hope you guys really took some notes of what TP Masterclass is about. We have some first time in the live chat. Rosemary, thank you so much for joining us from Mauritius. We are very, very excited to have you here, and I hope the rest of the stream brings you so much clarity into your life. Whatever question that you came to the stream with, I hope your answer is here for you today. So thank you so much for joining us, Rosemary. Yep, just Rosemary. But if this is your first time here, you can put in the live chat to let me know so that I can give you a shout out. And I also want to kindly remind everyone to keep both the space and the comment section very respectful and peaceful throughout the TP Masterclass. I want you guys to be aware of your words. Anything that you speak, any negativity, any disrespectfulness, behavior will result in the immediate removal from the live stream, and I'm sure you do not want that. So make sure that you are keeping the comment section very, very respectful. Oh, happy to have you here, Rosemary. I also can see a few people putting in 111 in the live chat. So thank you guys so much for always interacting in the live chat while we are streaming live. And for those of you that were not here last week, I want us to take a moment to revisit the key insights from last week's session. So for those of you who are new to the TP Masterclass, I also want to let you know that we recently completed a 4-part series called the Profitable Trader Series. Oh, we also have another person, Andrew Henry. My first time here, happy to be on board. Yay. I'm so happy that you are here. Where are you tuning in from, Andrew? And we have someone from Kenya. Wherever you guys are tuning in from, just put in the live chat so that I'll be able to see it. But I can already see some few comments saying they're from Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, Mauritius, and Kenya. So wherever you're tuning in from, just put in the live chat and then I will see and give you a shout out. And let us also welcome everyone who's the first time here. Just put welcome to the TP family so that they can feel at home on this live stream. Oh, we have someone from Gambia. Yay. So as I was saying, we just completed a 4-part series called the Profitable Trader Series. And we had the finale last week. So if you are joining us for the first time or you haven't followed the series from the beginning, I would encourage you to go back and watch parts 1 to 4 because each part builds on what came before it. So you cannot skip one and just hope for the best. So make sure that you're watching from part 1 to part 4 so that it will build up the momentum and the understanding you need to carry to each session. Okay, so while you are watching it, I also want you to take your time with the series because there's a lot in there and that will truly help you understand what we've been teaching so far for the past 4 weeks, because it was each topic was once a week. So hopefully you guys are able to go back and watch it. You just have to go on our YouTube channel and then you can click into our playlist. While you are in the playlist, you see we'll have different series there. You will see the Profitable Trader series. That will be the first one because that's what we just completed. And you'll see different other series that we've done in the past since the beginning of this year. So make sure that you are watching all the other series that we have available, especially if you're a first timer joining us for the first time. But if you miss last week's session, because I understand you're a first time here, so you obviously missed it. Before we continue with today's teaching, I want us to take a moment to watch the video from the recap video from last week, and then I'll be right back.
I want you guys to be able to understand this right now. This thin line is really a thin line. What that simply means is you are one step away from you coming here to gamble. One step, or you can do business here. I'm going to take you guys through several blocks. The block number 1 is if you want to become a profitable trader, then there is something you must do before you even open a chart. What you must do is to be ready. The only way you become ready is to prepare. When I say preparations, there are a few things you need to prepare to do. So preparation number 1 is to have what we call the weekly market read. Preparation number 2 is the daily pre-session routine. Preparation number 3 is what we call the mindset statement. Block number 2. Before you open the chart is preparation. When you are inside the session is rules. Rule number 1, the setup must come to you. Rule number 2, entry is the least important decision. The profitable trader understands that entry is actually the least important decision, ladies and gentlemen, in a trade. What matters in that trade is what we call the risk reward structure of the trade, not the entry. Rule number 3, once you are in the trade, so pretty much do nothing. Rule number 4, session limits are sacred. Okay, we spoke about other blocks. So block number 1 is before you open the charts. Block number 2 is when you are in the session. And block number 3, what do you think that will be? After the session. I like that. It is no rules, it's no preparation, it's questions. The number 1 question that you need to ask yourself: did I follow my system? Question number 2, if you deviated, what triggered any deviation? So question number 3 is, what do I take forward? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself every single day when you are done trading. Block 4, weekly and monthly rhythm. So what you need to understand is this: the daily routine builds your session discipline. But if you want to become a profitable trader in your business, it is your weekly and your monthly rhythm that builds a business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. Profitability is not a destination, it's progression. Trading is a business. A speculative business, to be precise.
I hope you guys understood everything that was in the recap video, because you guys need to go back and watch that video. It was quite powerful. So hopefully you're able to make time and watch it and take some notes, because it's very important to take some notes so that you're able to, refer back to it in case of anything. But we have now reached the testimonial segment of this TP Masterclass episode. And guys, we are also on our 79th episode of TP Masterclass. Yay! Very quite excited for that. But we have now reached the testimonial segment, and I want you to pay attention to these testimonies, because they are an important part of what we do here at TP Masterclass. When someone takes the time to share what they have learned and what they are experiencing, or what has changed in their trading journey or their own personal lives, it gives someone else who may be watching right now the ability or the encouragement to keep going, because they could be facing the same issue that this person just gave a testimony of. So that's why we share the testimonies every single TP Masterclass, so that everyone who joins us for the first time, every first timer, will be able to see what we have done so far for other people, and then they'll see the value of this TP Masterclass. So let's just bring up the testimonies for today. So the first one that we have here is from these. So it says, "Thanks for the class, Mr. Cliff. It's a body of knowledge. I watched the video. Trading is a business, and I never knew he had more to dish out in the Profitable Trader series. I can't wait to be profitable now that I am detaching my trading account with my personal financial pressure." That's good. That's very good. I'm happy to hear that. And the next one we have here is, "Oh Lord, what a paradigm shift. God bless you, Mr. Cliff. Simplifying such a complex concept so that we can understand is such a great gift." I know. I say this all the time. It's such a gift. It's such a great gift. I couldn't agree more. So let's go to the next one. And we have here, "Thank you for exposing me to the truth in the industry." Yay! I'm happy for you that you now have that ability to see what is in front of you in this industry. And the final one we have here is, "You are a blessing, sir. Thank you very much." I'm very happy to hear all of you guys' testimonies. It's such a great way to keep interacting with us. So I want to encourage more of you to share your experience with us. It doesn't have to be something major transformation. It could be anything really. It could be you were able to follow one habit throughout the week, and you can share it with us. It doesn't also have to be a video, although that is great. We truly appreciate it. But if you can write some few words, we can share it while we are on the TP Masterclass, because you never know what you are giving a testimony can always help someone else who either just joined us or who is going through something else. So don't keep your experiences to yourself. Make sure to share it with us. You can scan the QR code that we have on the screen right now. It will help you into submitting your testimonials to us. Okay? So without any further talking, this is it for me for now. We're just going to get into the psychology session of today's TP Masterclass. So make sure that you are grabbing your notebook, your journal, anything that you use to take notes with. Make sure that you are grabbing it so that you don't miss anything that we are about to share with you today. Because today we are starting a new topic and you don't want to miss that, because we just finished the Profitable Trader series. So we are moving into something new today. So thank you guys so much. Continue to be here. Stay tuned for more, because we have a lot to give out to you guys today. So thank you and stay tuned.
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life. What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds,
Yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds. Yeah, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change? Transforming minds. Hey, raising leaders. Kingdom made. Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. Transforming minds.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Wherever you may be tuning in from. Welcome to today's masterclass. God bless you for being here. Before we get into today's topic, I just really want to say, I want to throw a shout out to TP family as a whole. The vision is becoming clear every single day. And I just really want to say, God bless each and every single person here, that has shown love beyond our imagination. You will not understand what I'm saying until you understand the kind of industry we are in. This kind of industry we are in, people are not just that, should I use the word humble? So when you find a community that genuinely, really sincerely love what they are doing here with you, it means that it's a community that trusts your vision that God has given you, and it's not easy to get that in this generation. So I just want to throw a shout out to TP family. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. If you are excited for what God has been doing in this community for the past couple of, I think, 8 months now, and so drop some number ones in the chat before we rock and roll. While you are dropping number ones in the chat, I want you to get your pen and a paper or your book or whatever you take note with. Something really, while I was preparing to come onto the masterclass, this is not my topic, by the way, but as you already know, every single time there is some few minutes I take to share something. And I want to do the same today, and I believe somebody needs to hear this. I truly believe that somebody needs to hear this. And I believe this is somebody's word for the day. Maybe we should build a segment around this and call it the TP word for the day. But please write this down. If you're ready to take some notes, just write it down. I will explain why you are writing it down soon.
Everybody, wherever that you are, whether you are at the backstage, wherever, audience following on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, please write it down. There are critical transition seasons. There are critical transition seasons in life. There are critical transition seasons in life in which faithfulness to the demands of that season determines the trajectory of the next season. I'll repeat this again. Don't worry. There are critical transition seasons in life in which faithfulness to the demands of that season determines the trajectory of the next season. Again, one more time, because I want you to, as they will say, I want you to clock this. There are critical transition seasons in life in which faithfulness to the demands of that season determines the trajectory of the next season. There are many of you listening to me right now that without trying to sound like, I know everything or whatever I know, but I can be so 100% sure that this information that you are about to hear as a charge right now, somebody needs to hear this. You see, first things first, please, wherever you are right now in destiny, I always keep on saying this, and it is not a motivational talk, but don't give up. Don't give up, because there are something called, and write this down, there is something called the critical transition. You see, as a human being, there are moments in your life when time, opportunity, preparation, and responsibility converge. And I'm going to give you 4 points to explain what you just wrote down. What did I say? Write down. There are critical transition seasons in life in which faithfulness to the demands of that season determines the trajectory of the next season. Somebody right now that you are listening to me, you are tired. You want to give up. When I say you want to give up, I'm not saying you want to lose. I'm not saying you want to become a failure. I'm saying that somebody right now listening to me, you have gotten to a point in your life that you don't care if life beats you down. You don't care. It's like for the right words that I'm searching in my head, it's like you are at a point in your season where you don't mind defeat. It's like, saying in trading, say there is a saying in trading that goes like, if it will blow, let it blow. There is a season in trading we say things like, if it will blow, let it blow. And most of the time, that season when the trader says, if it will blow, let it blow, the account truly blows. Truly blows. And so I'm going to give you 4 points, and please, I want you to write all of them down. 4 points. The first point I want to use to explain this point I just gave you here, or this note you just wrote down, is that life happens in times and seasons. Life happens in times and seasons. Because I am a believer, I'll give you a much more contrast here. If you read Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, the Bible says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Under the heaven here simply means the earth we are living in. Now, if you are writing this, I want you to write down, there are seasons for preparation. There are seasons for building. There are seasons for waiting. There are seasons for visibility. There are seasons for expansion, and there are seasons of transition. I hope you are writing down. There are seasons for preparation. There are seasons for building. There are seasons for waiting. There are seasons for visibility. And there are seasons for expansion, but there are also seasons of transition. That is why the message I want to give to you today before we go on is called the critical transition. You see, as people, we want the visibility and we want the expansion. But the preparation and the building and the waiting phases of life and the transition phases of life, we don't really like them. You see, what I just said is not just for somebody who wants to do something else in life. It is for the trader. It is for the entrepreneur. It is for that mother, that father, that friend. It is for everybody. We all go through these seasons in life. But my emphasis here for the message I have for somebody today is to focus on the season I call the seasons of transition. You see, a transition season is different because you are leaving one order of life and approaching another. Very scary, very demanding. So once upon a time, you are just the person who is not a trader, but then 1 minute you want to be a trader. In order for you to become a trader, what happens to you is not just knowledge into your head. It's not just lack of right trades. It's not just capital. There is going to be a transition. You are going to have to transit from one order of life to the other. So that when you look back, I was looking at one of my baby pictures. And I was just looking at myself. If I look at that baby picture and if I look at one of my mandates pull up here that I'm looking at, and if I look at my face and everything I'm wearing and what I was wearing then, you could tell that there was a transition happening then that I didn't know, but right now it is clear I am a different person, even though it happened through that same individual. So a transition season is different because you are living one order of life and approaching another. The tragedy, and why I'm sharing is that you can physically enter a new season while mentally remaining structured for the old one. You must allow yourself to transit, ladies and gentlemen. You must allow yourself to transit. You must allow yourself to transit. You need to be able to understand that if you don't understand the season that you are entering and what the season requires from you, it will look like as if only your life has problems. You see, remember what I just said, that there are seasons for preparation. So there are many people following us right now for the TP Masterclass here, and then you are in a season for preparation. Maybe as a trader, you got to find out about trading in 2026. That means your preparation, your building, and your waiting will not be the same as the guy that has put in the right effort, the right knowledge, and every single thing in their season of visibility and their season of expansion. So if you now compare yourself to that individual, before you could realize you have missed your season, because the transition season, it happens over and over and over and over again. It doesn't stop. So let's say if I am not a trader and I want to become a trader, I am not an entrepreneur and I want to become an entrepreneur, the thing that it would take me for me to start my first business is not the same transition requirements that would take me for me to build franchises. Are you with me? Now, the second point, what did I say? The first point was life happens in times and in seasons. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is every season has requirements. Every season has requirements. Every season has requirements. That means maybe what is required of me in this season is less distraction. If I am not faithful to making sure I stay away from distraction, I will be always wondering, why is it that there are people right now listening to me? The season you are in right now requires you to be faithful to TP Masterclass. You may not need this masterclass the same way every single time for the rest of your life. No. But if in this season, your season requires you to be faithful to this masterclass for you to transit to where you are going, that is what you must do. So if you now go and you share this masterclass to an individual who do not need this masterclass now, maybe, of course, the person's back is not against the wall. The person is not going through any sort of crazy life to demand certain lessons, it will not be like that. So when you share it with them, they will not feel the same conviction you are feeling. So don't think, oh, because they are not feeling it, then it means no. It is they are in their season. Focus on yours. So the point number 2 is that every season has requirements. Then the third point is that the critical transition exposes what cannot cross with you. So when you get to a critical transition, it is a season where when you get there, it looks like life is demanding many things from you. It looks like life is demanding many things from you. It's demanding sacrifice, it's demanding obedience, it's demanding less distraction, it's demanding it's demanding strength, youth, confidence, a lot of things. And when you are able to be patient, if you are able to make sure that, that is the season that normally there is a saying that, and the people that do know their God, the Bible says they shall be strong, then you can do exploit. And so you need to understand that everybody have a season. Everybody have a season. Focus on yourself so that you can be able to cross your season to the other side. So the third point, what did I say? The critical transition exposes what cannot cross with you. The last thing that I will say, or the last but one, is everybody's critical transition looks different. Everybody's critical transition looks different. So for one person, the requirement for that person's transition can be humility. It's like every single thing that they will do in life will bring them to a stage where they must be humble. Sometimes they don't even want to take advice from maybe somebody who is younger than them, but they have to be humble and listen. So maybe that person, what is required of them in that season is humility. There are people, sometimes your requirement may be you being faithful, to maintaining purity in your life of any kind. There are some people that's what is required of them is patience. Some people may be financial stewardship. You will notice that in that season, you don't know why, but you are having this desire of savings. You just don't know. You just feel like saving. There are people that during that time, that season will require you learning to keep quiet. To keep quiet. I remember one time, sometimes when God is doing so many different things in your life, anytime you meet somebody, you just want to share. But you will know that after you finish sharing, it's like you don't feel happy for the things you shared to the people you shared it to. So you will see that season, you are always feeling guilty for sharing. It's not because you want to be secretive. It's because the season you are in demands you to shut up. Keep quiet. There are some seasons that will mean leave certain relationships behind. It is also a transition season. And then those relationships may feel difficult. It's like, God, this thing, I don't know if I can. But that is the relationship you must leave behind. I remember very well, 4 or 5 years ago, I was in affiliation with some business partners. And I remember very well, I heard in my spirit, it is time for you to leave that relationship and then, just move on. But because I built a very strong relationship with those business partners, I was very entangled. And I remember one time very well, I'll never forget, I was sitting down eating in a Nigerian restaurant in Dubai, and I heard in my spirit that you have 60 days to leave this relationship. And after that 60 days, I understood why I was supposed to leave that relationship ASAP. My God, discernment is powerful. So you must be able to discern what your season is and what it is demanding from you. And then the next point is the test can look like an opportunity. Don't forget that. There are some transition seasons that the test that is going to test you can look like opportunity. Somebody can come to you and tell you, there is a way we can make money. It's not really that bad, but if you do this, everybody is doing it. They call it the white scam. Everybody's doing it. If you're not careful in that season, if you submit to that kind of season, you will see life now takes you back to where you didn't want it to stay for too long. The last thing I want to share right now while we are wrapping up is that the greatest danger may be your response, not the event. Because watch this. The word responsibility simply means your ability to respond. So your ability to respond is more powerful than the event itself. I'm going to give you one clear example from experience right now. We'll go on to today's topic. In my own personal life, one of the things I realized is that I did not even know I was failing those transition seasons that much. So many years ago, when I now sat down to meditate, I was like, no wonder every time something good, very, very good is about to come into my life, something happens. Either I will just be angry for no reason, or I will experience some level of some anger for no reason, until one day I realized this kind of anger is not normal. There are some seasons too, the person that you and them are about to go to the next level, for some weird reason, something will happen and you guys will not be talking anymore. It is a critical transition season. If it happens over and over again, discern and no. There are people right now, when you start studying, when you are less distracted, your life seems to be going forward. And before you can realize, something will not come and you get distracted for no reason. And then you will, why is my life like this? And you are forgetting that what was helping you was that distraction you were fighting. That was what was helping you. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this. I do not know who needs to hear this. But there are some people right now listening to me right now. Listen to me carefully now. I don't know who needs to hear this. But I truly believe that this message is not a coincidence. It is for somebody right now in TP family who needed to hear this, that what if I am in a transition season right now that all I have to do is to just be obedient? What if? What if? So wherever that you are right now, I want you to declare to yourself that I will be faithful to my transition season. Whatever that is required of you, I'm telling you, Chief, push. Push. Insist. You must insist. Listen, even when it is in the midst of when, there are many emails I get all the time, and it's about individuals who are going through addictions and so on and so forth. And sometimes one of the things that I tell them is, do not worry. Just know that you have not failed. Even if you don't want to do this thing again, you have not necessarily failed. You have not failed. Just keep pushing. Insist. Even when it feels like, it is a lie. Keep pushing. Guys, listen, this life that we live in, don't let anybody lie to you. Anybody who projects an easy life to you is scamming you. Life is not easy, but you can become stronger. There is a saying that instead of you wishing for an easy life, why don't you become stronger instead? Because when you become stronger, everything that would have looked like a mountain before you become smaller. So yes, you may have started trading, but you just started. You are in the preparation phase. Keep pushing. You are in the building phase. Keep pushing. You are in the waiting phase to make sure that your numbers and your edge adds up. Keep pushing. Maybe good news, you have seen some visibility in your results. Maybe you have seen some expansion in your results, but now you don't just want to see that you are profitable only. You want to take care of your family. It is going to require a transition. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. All right. Wherever you are right now, I hope that your book and your pen is forever ready still. Today I'm going to teach something very, 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 very powerful. We thank God. My topic today, before we go on, I want to basically give a quick announcement quickly, and then we go on to our topic for today. Today I'm teaching a topic that is going to bring clarity to a lot of people. We are going to go on a break. This last Saturday of August is going to be our final session, and then 1 month break, then we resume and close, God willing, for the year. But please listen to this carefully now. So the last Saturday of this month is going to be something very special. The flyer will be up next week so that we can share it, and then the following week will happen, the event will happen. So you know that we have a school called the CSOT, Cheqona School of Transformation. So Cheqona School of Transformation, we normally take people through 5 phases of transformation. We have what we call excavation, confrontation, reconstruction, enforcement, and then autonomy. These are the 5 phases we take people through, whether they are traders, whether they want to fix some identity rewiring or whatever or not, to make them become the better version of themselves. So this year's batch, the people that are moving from the confrontation to the reconstruction phase, which is the phase 3, we are going to be doing something special. So those who actually did perform, or those who are actually really performing very well in the mentorship program, beyond just, any circumstance or whatever, that regardless of whatever that this program exposed to them, they did their best and so on and so forth. They are going to be doing what we call the transition test. So there are a few things that they do. Number one, we talk to them the week they're about to transit, and then they will take a test. They are now about to take the test, and so whoever that performs well in that order, some of them are going to now come on to TP Masterclass, and they will be the one that will finish up the TP Masterclass break session. So they will do everything from hosting to every single thing that requires. I will not even teach that day by the grace of God. This is a very big risk, right? But I believe that we have actually really taught a lot of things in them, and so we believe it's going to be a very powerful Saturday. So you don't want to miss that as well. The flyer will be up next week, and the details and every single thing will be up as well, and then we'll take it out from there. So that is one of the announcements. And then also all those in Nigeria, as you already know, we told you guys that when we have some news, we will get back to you. So we have been able to start to discern the date and the time that we are going to resume the TP Masterclass offline again. And we are not going anywhere first other than still pushing to Nigeria. And as we told you guys, it is still going to be 2 cities. So whether if you are in Abuja and you are in Lagos, you don't need to fly in from Lagos to Abuja unless you want to listen to both of them at the same way. But then we are going to do both Lagos in Abuja. The final date will be up. One thing I do know for sure, that it is not going to be in 2026 for few reasons, because it is we want it to be a time where when we come, we can spend time with the community in Nigeria and not just come and just leave in 24 hours. And so that is going to take some few preparation. And I believe that if God helps us, as he has always been doing, we can be able to do it the first period of 2027, God willing. And so we will start the promotion, the registration very early, so that people can be able to register and make it to this masterclass, give room for inviting people and so on and so forth. So these are the announcements that I have for you all. And also all those who registered for serving in this community. Serving here simply means you have seen the vision, you want to be part of the vision in many ways that we can never imagine. The list was quite a lot, because as you can see, we are still building this community. There is no shame about it. But at the end of the day, the list we got was quite some list of people that wants to serve here. And so as much as we want everybody, or we wished everybody could have served, there are standards. Okay, there are standards. And when we screen through the standards, there are people who will be added to this group. And so if you have been added to the group, from next week going, there is going to be some training. I will meet you all personally myself. And also about the check-in, I know many people are interested in the check-in, but again, as usual, we want to, there was some few things that I have to discuss with some people at the back end, but we are testing. When I say testing here, we need some surveys and some things to discuss and whatever, because before we release the full thing to majority of people. So I want you guys to be patient with us and so on and so forth. And so these are the few announcements that I have for us as a community. And then also we came across a Telegram channel that says Cliff Cheqona. It has some number of people in there. He's charging money, people paying for signals. If you have been in this community for a while, you know that we don't do that. We know that we don't have a Telegram channel taking people's money, giving them signals. We don't do none of those things. And so if in case you find yourself in that channel, it is not Cliff Cheqona. I don't have any Telegram channel currently right now doing none of those things. The only channel we have currently right now that is active is the WhatsApp channel. And that even is mostly for announcement and direction and making sure that we are communicating effectively with you throughout, in and out of what we are doing, and so on and so forth. So please keep that in mind as well. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go into today's topic for the day. Please, if you are ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Drop some number ones in the chat. Let's rock and roll. If you are ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Drop some number ones in the chats and let's rock and roll. If you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Even if you are not ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Are you ready? My topic for today, quite very, okay. So the reason why I am about to teach what I am about to teach today, again, I'm still speaking to the trader. You know, as you already know, majority of you guys listening to me right now are traders. And so I wanted to actually, before we go on a break, next week I will teach something very powerful, but for this week as well, I'm talking to specifically the trader, the businessman, the financial mogul in the making. I'm talking to you, okay? Now, if you follow this community for a while, you know that many people do not understand what we are doing. In fact, only God knows the number of people who have insulted me in their head. It has been a very interesting journey. But because we are not confused, it is, and if you are patient, you will understand where we are going. When we started this year, we spoke about something and said, this is our year. Can somebody tell me what this year is? Let's slam it in the comment section right now. I said this year is our year of what? Let's see if we remember the year. This is our year of what? Do you remember what year this is? This is our year of what? This is our year of what? Can we bring up the comments in the screen for me? On top of the screen, I want to see it. This is our year of what? New status. Year of new status. Do you believe this? If you really believe this, can you drop some ones in the chat, please? Do you believe that this is your year of new status, ladies and gentlemen? Your status has been changing. If I don't know if you know it. So let me give you a little bit of context if this is the first time you are here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. So when we talk about new status, you see, this is a spiritual community, hands down. We are not going to be apologetic about it. We are being directed by God. We are being shown mercy by God, not by the stream that we are using, not by anything, by God. So when we're entering this year, one of the things that the Holy Spirit ministered into our spirit during our prayer session was, this is the year of new status for TP family. And so one of the ways that he made us understand is status is not just you getting a new name. Status is a conviction that is being given to the people around someone, and the conviction that is given to that person around the people. So what that simply means is, if you invite me to your house as your friend, that is a status. Listen to this carefully now. If you invite me to your house as a friend, that friendship is a status. And then when that friend of mine is, let's say, traveling, if that friend of mine is traveling and he says, Cliff, is it possible for you to be able to take care of my children while I am traveling? And therefore, I give you the authority to be their father or mother because they are young for 2, 3, 4 weeks. That is no more just a friend helping a friend. That is a friend who have changed the status of his friend for the season. So if you are invited to White House, they will give you a tag. It is a tag All right, that is also a status. Let's say, for example, if you have watched movies and somebody enters into the White House or whatever, they will normally give them a tag. What does the tag say? Can somebody put another comment section? What does the tag say? When you enter into any government official place, you don't work there, nothing or whatsoever, but they will give you a tag. What does that tag say? I want to know that you are following, and by your understanding will help me a lot. What does that tag say? Whether through a movie or you yourself personally, you have encountered a situation like that and you go into a place, they will normally give you a tag. Visitor, thank you. A visitor. So it is also a status that tells people who you are when they see you. So their perception about you and even the perception of you yourself concerning the tag makes you not enter into certain rooms. But if this same person 1 year, 2 years later goes into the same building and then the tag does not say visitor, but it says, let's say, minister or the MP, you also have a tag, but this tag alone have changed your status to make you access different rooms. So if we say your status is changing, it doesn't mean you don't have one currently right now, but you are about to go into another season and it requires a new status. So we started and we understood that yes, our economic status is changing. Our social status is changing. Every single thing about our status is changing, but there was a part of the status that we needed to understand that we have no choice but must change. That means if your mindset is not transformed, and if you enter into the White House and they give you the status of an MP, and then yet your mindset still behaves like a visitor, even though you have the tag, the benefit will still remain less. So one of the things we came to realize that in the midst of our status changing, traders, entrepreneurs, whatever that you are, there is one dimension of the status that must change, which is called the internal status. So because of the internal status, we started a series, multiple series, by the way. The goal of that series was to be able to teach every single person in this community to understand, even if your status changes, but your internal status is still not aligned with your current position, the results will not still match up. This is what is happening to many people. So you may have changed your strategy status, but then your identity status is still the person who doesn't believe they can achieve anything. So when you are sitting here at the market, when you are at the charts, you are making $20, but the moment you want to make $1,000, somehow something happens and you come back down again to $50. And you're like, oh, this trading thing is not working. It is working. What is not aligning is your internal status. If you are understanding what I'm saying, drop some number ones in the chat. So we started and we have done so many series this year, a lot of series, from internal status series even to trading category series. And today, as I said, I want to speak to that trader. And then whether you are new, whether you are old, today you will understand my thesis. My topic for today is very simple. I title it I want to do a test. If you guys can be able to see what is on the board, so that I want to know that the board is really clear. I will not mention the topic. Please mention it and let us bring it up on the screen so that I will know that the board is 100% correct and is working. It will give me joy. What is our topic for today? Can you write it down for me, please? What is our topic for today? Okay. Okay, thank you. For a split second, I was like, is that right? He. Okay, so I'm sure that somebody want the whole trader. Please write it down. Our topic for today, the whole trader. The whole trader. The whole trader. My goal for the topic for today is to let people really understand me, especially for everything we have been doing this year. I want you to get so convicted And I want you to understand everything that you have been learning throughout this community to the point where if somebody asks you, what are you guys doing on this masterclass? You can explain as a trader. You can explain as an entrepreneur, and you can explain as a businessman. Whatever you are, you can explain. You see, it is no secret that trading is a business. But this business has created many arguments in terms of what makes somebody profitable. Is this even possible? And so many different things. Cliff, my psychology is bad, and yada, 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 and so on and so forth. Today, we are going to break down this very well. Imagine if somebody comes to me and says, Cliff, I am not profitable. I said, okay, what is the issue? The person start telling me every single thing about their life and so on and so forth and all of that and every single thing. The goal of this person, and I've met a lot of people in different reasons why they are not profitable. Some of them, they don't know how to trade at all. Some of them, they don't have a system. Some of them, they have a system. And according to the Profitable Trader series that we did, according to the comments that you guys have put into the comment section, tells me clearly that something has been lifted off you guys as far as confusion is concerned. So I'm very happy. But listen to me carefully now. And so the whole trader, the thesis is this. If somebody walked into this room right now and the person says, Cliff, I cannot become profitable, I do not know what is wrong with me. A lot of people are thinking that my first answer is trading psychology. It is not true. That is not my first answer. My first answer to that problem is not trading psychology. Don't get it confused. Trading psychology is not the only thing I believe in. Trading psychology, I spoke about it and I will continue to speak about it because it was neglected as part of the structured information needed for the transformation of a trader. So people will gather one part of the information and only chew it. And by the time they will turn around, the risk management is not on point. By the time they will turn around, their business thesis is not on point. By the time they will turn around, the psychological aspect is not on point. So yes, I did spend time, many times talking about trading psychology as a whole, because that was the season. When it got to a point, I was supposed to talk about business as a season, we spoke about it. The reason why I did not focus on the technical aspect of trading in the beginning was because that information was already loaded on the internet. You did not need me to get that information. So that is why I focus on trading psychology. But I want you to understand, if somebody wants to become a whole trader, then today I need to bring every single thing together for you to understand what then happens if an individual is confused. So today's message is not for the trader who is the best. It's not for the trader who is great. It is not for the trader who just wants to even only just learn from this masterclass. It is the trader who wants to become whole. When they say somebody wants to become whole, it means this individual needs certain things to be filled. Some gaps needs to be closed. Are you with me? So let's say, for example, I'm going to give you 3 examples. Example number 1, the boy or the young man. So let's pick up example number 1, the young man. He goes to school. He is a student. He has a family. The mom and dad wants to take care of him. He doesn't lack certain things like school fees or whatever, but he wants more from life. Or the same young man, nobody to pay their school fees. He has some uncle here and there. They help him, but he doesn't want to depend on the uncle, especially if you have an uncle that is rich or something and you know that you have to go and talk to them and say, please, can you help me? You are not that comfortable. So it's not like you need the money. You just want yourself to be independent. So that is a young man. Now he is trading. He has become a trader. Whether his friend introduced him or he saw an ad or something happened, he got involved into trading. No problem. Now, he has learned very well. He understands market concepts. He has a strategy. He has done back testing here and there, so he has some data, but he doesn't know why certain things. Today, he's making money. Tomorrow, he's not making money. Today, he's making money. Tomorrow, he's not making money. The young man. Then we have the parents. Now, the parents here can be the mother, the father, the single mom, the single dad. Once upon a time, probably they are working. They live in somewhere in Africa. They live in somewhere in the UK. They live in somewhere in Canada, somewhere in the United States. No problem. The parents. They started trading. Why? Every parent has one goal. If we say that the person is a parent, it means that the person they have what? Children. So their goal is to be able to help their kids. So yes, they are working here and there. They don't sleep on the streets. They eat every here and there and so on and so forth. But they want more for the family. They want to build something for the family. So the parents here also got involved, either the mother or the father, sometimes even both couples. Both of them, they end up in trading. Their goal is to make money for the kids. But the issue is that they don't also want to lose the money, but they want to use it to also make more money so that their children can become free. Normally, if you are a parent here, when they get into trading, what is the most two things they will always say they are looking for? Please, if you are a parent here, help me out. I didn't ask the young man because I know the young men, I've talked to many. But if you're a parent here and you are trading and you want to become a trader, whether you are married or you're a single parent, what is the two things mostly you will hear parents saying why they got started into trading? Can somebody put in the comment section for me now? If you're a parent, I'm not saying if you want to become a parent, if you are a parent, what are the two things mostly parents will say that is why they got started in trading? Use yourself as an example if you're a parent. Is there anyone who has kids here on the masterclass? Or everybody watching me right now will be placed in the young category? Tell me if you are a parent. Do you know a parent? Can you bring it up on the screen for me, please? Financial struggles. No. Are you a parent? Because it looks like this answer sounds like someone's not a parent. Financial freedom, okay. But then there is something that they want. Not school fees. You guys are talking like not parents, but mostly fees, not school fees. Not school fees. Where are the parents? To take care of the children. Not that. They need two things. To have time with the children. I don't know if you're a parent, but this answer is on point. Time, number one. Time. To have more time to spend with the family and the kids. This is it. This is parents talking. I don't know who the people answer, but this is a parent. I kid you not. Time. I have seen this many times. They are not looking for $1 million. They just want to spend time with the kids. Time. So if they want to spend time with the kids, that means they don't have something. What don't they have? That means if the parents wants to spend time with the kids, that means they don't have something. What is that? Can we bring the answers back on the screen? If the parents wants to spend time with their kids, it means they don't have something. What don't they have? Freedom. I like that. Not bad. I'm gonna put it there. I like that. No. So if they don't have freedom, it means they don't have what? If they don't have freedom, it means they don't have watch the time. Thank you. Today I'm excited because someone's deliverance is coming. My God. See, wherever you are right now, put in the comment section that my deliverance is coming. Today you will understand what we have been doing this year. And so if the parents do not have time and they want to trade so that they can get time, but in trading you need time. So how else is this person going to survive in the very business that also demands time? If you are already learning, drop some ones in the chat. What I am about to teach you today, there is a way out. My mentor will say there is always a way out. There is always a way out. Now, the young man, the parents, and then the person who has gotten tastes. The person that has gotten taste in life. The person with tastes. Do you know somebody like this? This is the person that they tasted caviar, or they tasted mashed potatoes with salmon when they were invited to someone's house, and they say, God forbid, I must be rich. The person now with tastes. The person that now desires a new lifestyle. This one is not a parent. This one is not just a young man in a school. This one is somebody who has now gotten taste. They have gotten taste for the Lamborghini. They have gotten the taste for the G-Wagon Brabus. They now want their own house. They have gotten taste. And then, God being so good, they came across an ad, my God, with the same person with the taste. And the person said, here is how. Normally, the most convincing advert is the one that has the American accents. You see, it is very easier for you to say, go away if the person's English is distorting, right? So it is easy to brush it off. But when you meet the person with the right accent, you are in trouble. So then that person's advert now means the person is like, my God, here you are, the person with taste. Now, what am I trying to let you understand here? All these individuals, they say they want to become traders. Their first problem we are going to look at here. All of them is saying, Mr. Cliff, I don't know what is going on. I am losing money. I am over trading. I am doing this. I am doing that. I am doing this. I don't know why I make money and I give it back to the market and so on and so forth. They keep on saying all of these things. No problem. I'm like, let us now fix you now. The first thing is we need to learn how to read this trader. So I want you to now put yourself into my shoes. You have come to Cliff Cheqona, the #1 trading psychologist. Don't go and say this guy is proud. I am declaring. The #1 trading psychologist in the world, the best identity and reconstruction coach, the author of You Are Not a Trader Yet. Whether you believe, I don't care. I'm declaring. So you have come to me and you're like, Cliff, I need help. I now need to take you through the structures. Now, please listen to this. Keep this in mind. If you are in the young man age who is in school, about to go to school, keep yours in mind. If you are the parent who is looking for time because you don't have the freedom, keep that in mind. If you are the person with taste, no problem with your taste. In fact, you need to have a taste. I remember very well one time I was speaking to one of the people on the, some guy came to visit me in the office. I'm sure he's probably even following now if I'm not mistaken. And I was telling him a story. He came to visit me in the office in Dubai. And what happened was, I remember one time I told myself, you know, I come from a very, I don't come from a humble beginning as far as like, let's say my parents didn't have anything or whatever. That is not how I grew up. But I came from a household where even if you had money, you have to pretend you don't have. That is the only way to survive in the environment. So when I see people spending money on clothes and things like that, I'm like, why would you buy so and so amount of clothes or suit for this price? I didn't really believe in that. I thought it was really like, and and up to now I'm still fighting that identity, by the way. But one time I was late for a meeting. I was going somewhere in Financial Tower area, and I cannot go home because I live in Damak Hills area, and Damak Hills 2 area, so it's far. It's like if you are in Dubai, you could tell it's far. And so what happened was, I said, no, I can't go back home and come back. So I will go to Dubai Mall and I will just buy something and just put whatever I'm wearing on and just look classic and go for the meeting. Now, when I went and so the first shop that was near me was a very beautiful, I will not mention the name of the shop because I'm not making any promotion for the whatever I know. But anyway, I entered that shop and then I got the clothes and I put it on, my God. And when I put that cloth on, you see, there is a difference between you wearing it and it wearing you. It's 2 different things. There are times you can wear, there are clothes you have to wear it, and there are certain clothes that it wears you. It's the same thing about if you have sat inside a G-Wagon Brabus before. When you sit inside a car, when you put on your seatbelt, the seatbelt places itself on you. It hugs you. That one is no more just a car. That is what we call, a vehicle. But anyways, long story short, it changed my tastes. And I said, wow, there are clothes. Since then, I knew there are clothes. And so if you have not tasted something before, if you are standing behind a scene, you'll be like, what is in all of this? No, Chief, relax. I'm not saying that chase what is not yours or take what is not yours. I'm saying that don't let your current season make you believe everything else that is not in your possession is wrong. So this person with the taste is not wrong. It's that they have tasted something and they have seen. It's like when you get to know Jesus, you can't go back. Yes, same thing. Does that make sense? Anyways, so the young man, the parents, and the person with taste, I needed to defend these people before I give you the explanation. Now, these people have come to me and they all have problems. Put yourself in my shoes. We are about to help them. Are you with me? Good. We are going to be using 3 levels to help them here. 3 levels. 4 levels. 4. Let's use 4. We're going to use 4 levels to help them. The first level is what I call the reality check. The reality check. So put yourself in these shoes and let's rock and roll. So somebody comes to you, he's a young man, he's a parent, he's a person with taste, no problem. He comes and he says, Cliff, I don't know why I am losing money. I don't know why I am making money and giving it back to the market. I am over trading. I am over leveraging. I am revenge trading. He says all of that. Don't quickly say, just because you are part of TP family, ladies and gentlemen, don't say, oh, then it is your identity. No, Cliff Cheqona did not teach you that. So today, I'm going to take the responsibility and say you don't know it, so I'm going to teach you. The first line of action is not the person's identity. No. The first line of action is the reality check. Does the person have 3 things? How do you now check their reality? 3 things. There are 3 things you will use to check their reality. Number 1, let me now test it and see. I want to see if you guys are learning after all this. But there are 3 things we are going to use to check the person's reality. 3. Can I have it? Let me see if people, because today we are diagnosing the whole trader because we want to become whole. And in order for you to become whole, you need to know how to diagnose yourself. Because watch, trading psychology, if you pick up the word psychology, it means the study of the emotions, the behavior, and the mindset of the person. That means I am not studying your psychology for you. You are studying you using the information you get from here. So me just telling you to write is not enough. You need to know what we are doing. So I am giving you the blueprints that can help you to study you. It doesn't matter whatever industry it is. Trading, business, you can use the same structure. Have you ever heard somebody say, I have a real estate problem before? No. Why? Because nobody has a real estate problem. Is it that Chief, you have it or you don't have it? Simple as that. But in trading, it says, I have a trading problem. What does that even mean? So if the person says that, it means there are 3 things we need to put them in that category to understand their reality check. 3 things. Number 1, can we start bringing up on the screen for me, please? Let me see. Give me the 3 things. Or you can mention 1. The financial capacity, money. Number 2, we are not in environment yet. Number 2, so money, source of income, money. Number 2, no. So money is correct. I've put a question mark there for a reason. No? So number 1 is money. The question here is, do you have money? Yes or no? Not self-awareness, not regulation, not transformation. I am glad today we are doing this masterclass because many people are getting it wrong. The skill. Thank you. Skill into brackets, knowledge. Do you have it? Then the B is what? So number 1, do you have money? Number 2, do you have the skill? What is the B? Does anybody have the answer? If not, I will come. Time. These are the three things that we will put their reality check in it. If you don't have money, it is a problem, because the financial market is not a place where you are going to make money. It's a place you are going to multiply your money, not the money, your money, you, the one that belongs to you, that you are not afraid of losing your money. Do you have it? Yes or no? If you don't have money, you will be in trouble. Time, do you have it? There are people that they will come to me and be like, Mr. Cliff, I don't know why I cannot follow my rules. Do you have time? Well, I work, and sometimes, I close from work, and I said, Chief, you don't have time. Do you have, some of the people sometimes, do you have money? No. I don't know, maybe sometimes they think if they say no, I will give them some or something, but I hope they are just being honest for the honest sake. But then, do you have money? They say no. Do you have time? They say no. Do you have the skill? They say, I'm now learning. And you are wondering why you are not making money. Reality check. So let's put the first category of this person here. So when you come, if you don't have money, no problem. This does not mean automatically do not learn. If you don't have time, no problem. All you have to do is to make time by framing the reality version of what you can use to learn the skill. But you are going to have to be patient. You are going to have to be patient, because if you don't have money and you don't have time and you don't have the skill, this is the only thing you can learn by starting from somewhere. Even if you don't have money to get a mentor, at least with proper direction or some proper questions or some network can lead you to some good information here. Even if it will be a scattered information, just at least get some foundation first. This one you can start from here. This one don't rush, and this one don't force it. Because if you are supposed to be working and then you are using that time to be picking signals, if they fire you from the job, you are now in more trouble than you can ever imagine. So don't try to force this. This one, you frame it. One of these days, when we get to our framework, the green tree framework, when we resume after the masterclass, I will teach you guys something about this. There is a book here, one of my most powerful books. I will share with you guys. But then you need to understand, you don't force this. You don't force this. You frame this. That is what we call time frame. You don't force this. You frame this. Many people are trying to force this, and if you force time, time will repel. You don't force time. You have heard me say this before, that if you force anything that is good to manifest prematurely, life will design a series of events to take it away from you. It's a law. So this, you don't force it, you frame it. So that means if you are working for 12 hours a day and you are going to use some to eat and sleep, just if it is only 30 minutes you can get the whole week, frame that 30 minutes, no distractions in that season, and learn the skill. Don't look at anybody else. That is your portion. So the reality check is the first diagnosis. The young man comes to me, the parent comes to me, the woman or the man with the text comes to me and say, Cliff, I don't know why I am struggling. I am not going to go strictly and say, then the problem is identity. We will not even talk about that first. The reason why many people come to me and there are people that they have come to me, and then when they come and we have this conversation, some of them are on this call right now, they will come to me and I will start the conversation from here. You can see from their face, they are very disappointed, because in their mind, we heard that you talk about trading psychology. I thought you would give me some notes, and then I will just shake my head, and then my prefrontal cortex will now become strong, fight the amygdala, and then we are good to go. No, Chief, it doesn't work like that. We have to face the reality. Money, time, scale. If you are learning, drop some number ones in the chat. Money, time, scale. Money, time, scale. These are the three questions we have to vet you on and audit you first. Do you have money? Do you have time? Do you have the skill? If these three things is not aligned, we cannot even talk about anything else again. That means if you don't have money, just look for a job, or at least look for another skill that can give you money, because the skill trading is not still a skill that can give you money. Here, what the type of business you need here is not cash cow. The type of business you need here is not growth business. The type of business you need here is not high risk, high reward. It's not even speculative business. What is the type of business you need over here? If your reality is, I have no money, but I have time. Maybe let's say you don't have money, but you have time, and you need to learn a skill in this your season now to make quick money. What kind of business do you need to start, or what kind of dimension? If you followed the Profitable Trader series, especially the episode 1, you will understand this. What is the skill you need here? What type of business do you need here to survive? What I'm teaching you guys right now here, you can bring it up on the screen for me, please. It is very important that you understand this topic today, because somebody needs to hear this. You need this. It's not a cash cow. What you need is not a cash cow, because a cash cow needs money to even start it in the first place. A lifestyle business. Thank you. What you need is a lifestyle business. What are some of the examples of lifestyle business? Freelancing, social media, whatever one, not selling, whatever that you can come across. What else do we call it again? You being able to offer any skill you have. Do you know how to be an assistant? Offer your skill. It is also looking like a job, but offer it. It takes no money. You have a phone. That's why you're watching this TV Masterclass. Open LinkedIn. Do whatever you got to do. Open YouTube. Post a video. React to videos. But what you need here is a lifestyle business. Something that only requires a skill to start with the bare minimum of cash, or sometimes even zero. That is what you need here. So many people right now, they are learning a skill that cannot still help them now, because trading seems to be the skill that makes you not deal with people. But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have money, don't stop. See, if you don't have money and you don't like people, you are in trouble. Oh. Because if you don't have money, the only way to get it is through people. Why? Because the money you are looking for is not in your own pocket, it's in another man's pocket. And the other person's money he's looking for is in another man's pocket. You need to know what to do to get the person to give you money from their pocket. So there are people right now, they don't have money, they don't like people, they don't want to talk to people. They say, I'm going to do trading so that I can stay in my room and multiply. Multiply what? You don't have this. So yes, it is okay for you to learn the trading skill, but don't let the trading skill be the only skill you learn in the season when you don't have money. It's too dangerous. So the young man, the parents, the woman or the man with taste says they want to learn how to trade. We have talked about the people that do not have money, time, and skill. Now, what if the person have money? What if the person have time? And what if the person, or they have some time they can frame? And what if the person, let's say, have some skill? So if they have money and time, I will only focus on C. If they have the money and time, let's focus on this. So if they have money and time, and I want to focus on their skill, what is the first question I will ask them that they have in this space? Remember, tonight we are all becoming a coach that can diagnose a trader to give them the right path. So if the person comes and they don't have money, time, they don't have the skill, you can give them an advice and say, learn, but be patient, but you must let them know the reality check, that there is no way out in that essence. The only way out is to face the reality. Because young man, people sometimes message me and say, Cliff, I want to quit school and do only trading. As beautiful as that sounds, I will not be the one that will give you that advice. It's up to you. I am the kind of person that I remember growing up, I dropped out of school, but I will not tell you to drop out of school. That is your own cross to carry. If you do drop out of school, fine. But why would you drop out of school to go and learn trading? If it is learning you don't like, then how can you learn the trading? So now the person needs to face reality. Now the person have money, the person have time, the person have the skill. That is what they are telling me. So the next thing that I will do is I will zoom in into the skill and focus on something. Please bring it up on the screen for me, please. What is that? We'll focus on something. What is that? What is that? We'll focus on something. Now we are zooming in. The person have money, Thank you. An edge with data to prove it. That is a powerful sentence. An edge with data to prove it. So do you know why? Do you know why I like that? I like what he said. There is a reason why I like what he said. An edge with data to prove it. Because what is an edge? An edge is any information or data you have that is defensible, repeatable, and it is yours. If something is not yours, you can't prove it. If, let's say right now, your friend sends you to go and buy food and bring it, and he gave you his car, and then you go, and then they're like, hey, is this your car? You're like, yeah. They say, prove it. You need the documentations with your credentials on it. So if you say the edge is yours, you must prove it. So in this stage, I am not looking for you to tell me the strategy your mentor gave you. I'm not looking for you to teach me the strategy you stole from YouTube. I want to see the edge backed by a data that shows that it is defensible, repeatable, and it is yours. But not only just that, it must be able to cut across many, many executions of trades. That is the first thing that I will see. Now, if the person do not have an edge, the conversation stops here. If the person do not have an edge, the conversation stops here. Because you came to me to help you to become a trader. I need to know that you have an edge. So if the edge with data to prove it is not there, the conversation stops here. Again, we go back to reality check. How many minimum trades does a person need for us to know that the edge is correct? Minimum. This is not factual. It is only just a relative strong context. How many trades minimum? So if you're a trader, we'll talk about that. The person needs to back test, forward test at least a minimum of how many trades? TP family. Make me proud. Let me know you have been listening. How many trades minimum? 100. Thank you. At least 100 trades, because according to the law, thank you, you guys are powerful. According to the law of proving any system, especially in trading arithmetic, 100 times of the same execution is enough to prove the system is working. So right now, TP family, anyone under the sound of my voice, do you have a backed up data to prove that you have? When we talk about an edge, we are not talking about the one that you sometimes close your eyes, you click, and sometimes when you're in your blanket, you click, and sometimes when you are angry, you click, and sometimes no. When we talk about back testing, as much as we are focused on the data, we are talking about 4 dimensions of edge. Please name it. This one is like example, but we're doing it together. We have 4 different types of edge. Name it for me, please. So when you say you have an edge, we must find it in these 4 dimensions of edge. Number 1, please, let's give it names. Quickly. We are almost there. What are we doing? We are building a whole trader. We are building a whole trader. So next time when somebody says, I don't know why I'm over trading, data edge. Thank you. Data edge. What else do we have? Another one. So number 1, we're going to put it, this is not in the order of priority, but risk edge. What else do we have? Anybody else? So we have data edge, we have risk edge, and what else do we have? Come on now. Can we get it quickly so that we can wrap up this? Behavioral edge. I don't know who this person is, but you are tempting me to celebrate you. Number 1. One more. So we have risk edge, we have data edge, we have behavioral edge, and we have one more. Solomon, anybody there? Or should I conclude it myself? Anybody? Technical edge. Who is using my name to write technical edge? It's not me, or my team is now commenting. Cliff Cheqona is here and they are saying technical edge. Okay, good. So technical edge. So technical edge, risk edge, data edge, and behavioral edge. This is very important that we understand this. That means when we now look at the technical side of things, did you execute the trace according to the technical side of the system 100 times? Did you execute it according to the risk that was defined for that system 100 times? Did you make sure that the data here, we're going to bring this one here to number 4, but let's put this one as number 3. Did you get the behavior that you were using to execute, the place you were executing it from, every single thing you're supposed to do, same smiling face, whatever, 100 times? If the answer is yes, all together will now give you the complete edge, which is called data edge. Now listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. If this is not there, it's a big problem. That means the conversation stops. Now, peradventure, let's just say this individual is saying, Mr. Cliff, believe me, I have an edge. But the issue right now is, even if you look at my trades, I am making money. But one of the things I don't understand is sometimes, before I could realize, I now give the money back to the market. So the person doesn't have a problem with making money. The person does not have a problem with cashing out. The person have a problem with, they don't know why. The moment this individual says, I don't know why. The moment they say, I don't know why, that means this person is crying for help. Because we have looked at the reality check, we have verified every single thing, and it looks like they have something going on for them. Now, this I don't know why can mean 2 things. Watch. You can have the person who have the money to spare to trade, they have the time to give, and they want to learn the skill. But when they are learning, before they could realize, they find themselves changing what they are learning. They are serious, they want to learn. But they don't know why. When they start learning, they keep on changing things. I don't know why again. They have been able to learn, they have the data, they have the edge, they have everything, but they don't know why they keep on giving money back to the market. They don't know why again. The moment you start framing this thing, and then out of all of this, the question is, I don't know why I keep on doing this, or I can't stop myself from doing this. It moves from it being a reality check or a technical check to a behavioral level of check. Ladies and gentlemen, it moves from that stage to a behavioral reality, level 2. Now, this is where many people really wish the problem only was. No. If you look at the top, there is a reality check. Do you have money, time, and the skill? If the answer is yes, 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 and you are doing everything, but still you don't know why, we will quickly move from that part to the behavioral reality. The person has confirmed every single thing. That means the person do not know why. They don't know why they are doing this. They said they will follow their rules. And if you look at their track record, they do follow the rules sometimes. They promise themselves they will keep on following the rules. Their problem is not the skill. Their problem is not the money. And their problem is not the time. Is that they don't know why certain behaviors keeps on coming up, even though they told themselves they will not let it come up. This person now starts coming into my domain. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be able to understand someone's behavior just like that until we see the roots of where it's coming from. So the root of every behavior stems from different stacks. So this year, we started a series. Who knows the name of that series? The first series we started this year. What was the name of that series? What was the name of that series? Let's bring it up on the screen for me, please. What is the name of that series? We started a series this year, an identity series. The purpose of the identity series was to be able to explain why you don't know why you do what you do. So in order for us to, because why do we need to do a behavioral reality check? Because every single thing I'm about to list for you, this is the clearest physical manifestation of the problem. Behavior is not a problem. If somebody say, this person, his behavior is a problem, the behavior is a fruit, not the problem. If you look at a tree and the banana tree is bringing out banana, it means everything in that tree is having qualities of banana. So the expression of the banana tree is the banana fruit. So behavior is a fruit of the root. So we needed to understand. So over here, when you come into our school or our mentorship program, the first thing that we do is we take you through what we call the IBP HBR case study framework. IBP HBR framework. What this simply means is, in order for us to understand this, we need to start from here. And this is identity. So your identity is basically who you think you are. Now, who you think you are start like this. Let's pick the young man who now is telling me, Mr. Cliff, I want to be able to make money in trading, but I do not know why I keep on giving money back to the market in such a way. Let's start from the parents who is saying, Mr. Cliff, I want to be able to have time for my family, but I don't know why I keep on giving money back to the market. Now, this person have the time. Remember, we have passed the reality check. We are now at a point where the person do not know why they keep on sabotaging themselves. So we said, okay, if over leveraging, over trading, and all of that, they are not the problems. They are the byproduct of a problem. So you don't over trade, and over trading is not a problem. Over leveraging is not a problem. Revenge trading is not even a problem. They are all fruits of the problem. So if I say, oh, the reason why you are revenge trading is because you are angry. Duh. Yeah, revenge trading, anger. That is not a solution. So the reason why you are over trading is because you should control your emotions. No, control your emotions is not the answer to over trading or over leveraging or whatever. No, because they are the fruit. So we need to go back to the root of the problem. So the root of the problem, to understand that, is identity. Now, identity here is not just gibberish. It's not just something we say to escape the reality check. We have already done the numbers. We have checked your case study, every single thing. But we need to check the why, because why? Your trading life and your actual life, they will always mirror each other. Because the person that you are trading, you are the same person that is doing other things. I always say something and say intraday trading. The word intra simply means within. So if we say intraday, it means within the day. So intraday trading means the trading you do within the day. But trading is not the only thing you do in the day. That means you, that person that is doing other things, cooking, bathing, teaching, doing whatever it is, you are the same person also trading. So that identity that basically is going to be doing everything is the same thing that is trading. So I told you guys something one time about personality behind strategies. And I said, as a human being, you have different type of personalities. Or it can translate into identity, because personality is what packages identity and belief system. We'll come back to that. So now you have the personality that the whole world sees, and you have the personality that only close friends sees. But you have the personality only you sees. That one is the one trading, ladies and gentlemen. The one that if we put a camera on you now, we will be surprised. Like if we could see your mind, the kind of thoughts that sometimes go in your mind. Like, well, hey, so is that how you are? Yes, that's how he is. But he's not bad. He is just wired. So identity is where you were wired. How you were wired. So I was explaining this thing one time, and I said, identity is like a container. Even though this cup says, I hate poverty, what is in here is not rich antidote or poverty antidote. It's just a design. But then if we were using this as an example, I hate poverty cup or container should contain an antidote of poverty, isn't it? But so identity is basically the container. So I made an example one time and I said, if you go to any African house, I grew up in Ghana, by the grace of God, beautiful nation, full of beautiful things. So I grew up in Ghana, and Ghana is a country where I grew up. So my parents, my lineage, majority of all of them right now, majority are still there, come from a location in Ghana region called Brunga region. So I don't know whoever can relate to this. Anyways, long story short. So when you go to certain houses, you will find out that there is a fry-tol bottle. Fry-tol is an oil, a grease for cooking, like oil. Because I know this is a global course, so I'm not going to assume everybody understands fry-tol and all of that. I don't want to sound like that. But then it is for cooking, maybe frying an egg, making food, stew, whatever. So it is an oil, okay? So when the bottle of the oil is done, like if there is no content in the oil, as long as that bottle is staying there, they will find something to put in it. Mostly what used to go into those bottles, they are water, drinking water. They put it in the fridge. Now I don't think anybody still does it or whatever. But in those days, the bottle will now go into the refrigerator. So that is where they will bring it out and pour it for you with your cup when you come by. In those days, there were no bottled waters like now. So those days, they will bring you a cup and then they will pour it inside for you. And that is how you will drink. So remember, the original container, which is the fry-tol, which is the oil, was supposed to contain just oil. But because the water finished, because the oil finished, they started putting in water. So they have changed the content of the container. So now, the more somebody keep on coming to your house, the first day they'll be like, isn't this the bottle for oil? They'll be like, oh, no, we put water in it, we'll put it, oh, okay. So when they drink it one, they'll be like, okay. So next time when they come, they are not expecting more than just the fry-tol bottle with water. So when you are young, your identity is a container. So, but in neuroscience, we call something the neural pathways. By the time you are age 7 years, every single core neural pathways needed for your adult decisions is already formed here by 7 years. That is why if you were a parent here, this is the time you need to let your children start declaring all. If not, ChatGPT and Claude is the one going to run their life. So you need to start letting them declare so that they will understand that words are powerful. And then, so by the time that you are age 7, the neural pathways is already formed. So if you grew up in Africa, there is a way that, not just Africa, every other one, this is just global. Everybody has the same way of identity in a different way. But I always use Africa as a context because that is where I can relate. But every nation, every country has their own Mensa in their house. Only Ghanaians will understand this. Anyways, so identity, 7 years, already formed. What does that mean? It means as a child, you are innocent. Here comes a group of family members. They are teaching you how to lie. How did they teach you how to lie? They will tell you, keep quiet, don't tell your dad. Keep quiet, don't tell your mom. Keep quiet, keep this between us. All those is wiring because the child does not even understand. Now, if the child say, Mommy, Daddy said I should keep this thing from you, the child is not being stupid. The child is saying exactly what you said they should do, but because you, as a human being who is older, is thinking this is stupid, you don't know that you making the child feel stupid is a neural pathway that is forming for the child to see lies as a way of protection. So now that child now grows up, becomes a young man, becomes a parent, becomes a woman with a taste, and he's sitting in front of the computer. And the person will now come to me and say, Mr. Cliff, I have a training problem. I said reality first. They are saying no, because facing reality is punishment. So they have to lie to themselves subconsciously, believing there is another way out. 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, there is another way out. No, reality first. So that person's whole life, they have been lying to themselves. They keep on lying to themselves. Even in fact, right now, they may be lying to themselves, saying they will use every single thing to lie to themselves and everybody around them. And the lies will manifest in a different way. But because they don't know that it is still a lie, because your subconscious mind, please watch this. The 7-year-old child that has been formed by this identity is not bad. They are just wired. And your brain wires itself from the environment and the training and the scripts so that it can protect you in life.
because you are a living organism. So when you are sitting down near the computer, to you, you have learned from your mentor that stop losses is good, but then your brain is saying stop losses is bad because maybe in your house you didn't have the opportunity to be wrong and learn from them. So to you, as a kid, 7 years, failure means you did something and you made a mistake and you are stupid. So while you are about to lose that trade, you don't want to remove the stop loss, but because your brain wants to protect you, it's going to let you remove that stop loss automatically without you realizing it. It is called the mindset subconscious rewiring happening right there. It's reminding you this is what we did when we were young and we got the beatings. But because you are now grown, it will not call it beatings. It will still pick up the same biochemical reaction and put it in your body. Now watch this. Your brain, my God, I hope you guys are learning. Your brain does not see movement. Your brain feels chemicals. So if right now somebody stresses you, your brain is not going to remember that moment just because it happened. It's going to remember that moment based on the chemical reaction it connected that moment to. So let's say, for example, anytime I see you and I get stressed, my brain is going to remember you as a stressful friend to the level of the cortisols that gets released into my body. For 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, the brain is now getting wired. So anytime the brain will now see a person like this, even if that person is not the same person in their childhood, it brings the same concept of the same wiring and releases the same cortisol, then it brings back the memory. That is why there are people right now, if you have daddy issues or father issues, you will now start to see other men like your father, not because they are your father, but because they bring the same memory, and the way your brain remembers is by the level of the hormones and the chemicals, and the moment it connects that thing to is what it will say. Then your subconscious mind automatically will go back into the subconscious and bring the automatic reaction. This is it. So you are sitting down on a computer as a trader, you know you don't have to remove your stop loss. Now remember, please keep this in mind. I'm about to say something very powerful here. Listen, you know you don't need to remove the stop loss. So you're not going to remove the stop loss. But then, the reason why you are not going to realize when you even remove the stop loss is what I'm about to show you. So now that is where identity comes in. Because identity does not get revealed because you are bad. It gets revealed when you are under pressure. I always make this example. When you pick up an orange fruit and you squeeze it, you will get an orange juice. Squeeze here, pressure it. You will get an orange juice. If you squeeze a banana, the only thing that comes out is a banana fruit. If you squeeze watermelon, the only thing that will come out is a watermelon juice. So anytime you get squeezed, what will come out of you is what is in you based on what life made you believe you are. That is what we call identity. So identity only gets revealed when you are under pressure. And since trading business is a business full of pressure, this is why many people are feeling the heat. Are you guys with me? So trading is a business of pressure. This is why many people are feeling the heat. So when you are now sitting down there like, oh, I'm going to follow my rules. You risk $5 and you are fine. You lose, you don't care. You risk, you don't care. Then the day you said, I want to, see how I can use this strategy. Now I want to make money. I am confident. I have followed my edge. I have done this. You want to risk $300. To you in your mind, you think you are fine. But now the moment you risk $300 and that brings you pressure, the market is going to squeeze you and your identity, whatever is squeezed. When you are under pressure, when you are stressed, that is when your real identity comes in. How many of you told yourself you will not over leverage again? You will not revenge trade again. You will not over trade again. When you are doing the right things and the bare minimum, you are fine. But the moment you want to really do something before you go to the next level, you will not. The moment you are under pressure, your identity comes in. So your identity are the things that you were wired with when you were young. And then it has been saved in your archives.
But it will never be revealed until you are under pressure. I say sometimes I'll be having a meeting with people, and then when they come, they are very, very cool. Hi, Mr. Cliff, how are you doing? And then if, let's say, somebody is disturbing them, maybe at the back there, the person is just making noise. Maybe they want to present themselves very well structured. And the more the person is disturbing them, you will see that their face, their bone structure, everything, their nerve, the vein here changes. And they look at the person and, what are you doing? And then they turn back and be like, Mr. Cliff, sorry. No. The one that turned and shouted is the one trading. That is one when the market squeeze you, you over leverage, you will revenge trade. That is it. So that is the one we have to talk to, not the one that you are presenting yourself now. Identity. So identity now is now strong because of beliefs. Because it is your belief system that makes the identity becomes real. So this is a young man. He came from a house that lying is part of protection. Oh, don't tell mommy I did this. Are you too? Why are you like this, chief? Don't tell mommy. So we grew up in a house where lying is protection. So now your belief system is, if you don't lie for someone, it means you are not a nice guy. So your belief system has now packaged that identity. Then that personality is the one that when you go to school, who did this? Who was the one who wrote on the board without the teacher's consent? Everybody keeps quiet, because the identity that has been formed is that the more you keep quiet, the more you are a good friend. The more you lie with a group of people, the more you are a good friend. But little do you know that the more that you are lying, there is nothing wrong with that as long as the social status is accepting it. But the only issue is, one day you are going to become a businessman. One day you are going to become a trader. When the pressure comes, that same lies that you were using to protect the community, it is the same lies that will now lie to you and let you think it is not a reality check. It is not your edge. It is not this. And you keep on lying to yourself until you blow all your cash. This is the problem. So now, after we have been able to excavate your identity, and we are now rewiring your belief system, now how then do we, if we now want to change the scripts, if we now want to change your scripts for you, there is something we do. I also taught that this year in the topic transformation protocols. And I said, one of the ways that we use in neuroscience to be able to make sure we start changing the script of an individual is a tool. What is the name of that tool? What is the name of that tool? We use a tool. So now you have come to me, we have been able to study your case study, and now we understand. This is the wiring that you started coming up with when you were a child. This is the wiring. And therefore, we are not going to basically fix you completely, but we have to start from somewhere. There is a tool I taught you guys we use to start that counter attack of that wiring. What is that wiring? What is the name of that tool? Can we bring it up on the screen, please, for me? What is the name of that tool? Declaration. Thank you. It's called declaration. Ladies and gentlemen, so when you come here as TP family and we are declaring, we are not wasting your time. There are certain things we believe. You heard about yourself growing up. You are not good enough. You're good for nothing. Everything you will do this, you will do. We believe that there are things you also heard because we also heard some. So declaration is not a motivational sentence. Declaration is a way of you rewriting and rejecting the script that you originally believed that you have. So this is a protocol that we use, normally 21 days, normally 60 days, some people 14 days, depending on how strong your current script is. So just like how, imagine if somebody is one of the most strongest men, 6'5", tall. No matter how tall and strong you are, if you go to the hospital and you are sick with any form of disease, malaria, whatever, they will inject you with your height. They will inject you. So this is where, because the way declaration is, many people think, oh, declaration is not for people like us. You stay there. That script you cannot. It is either you say it and you hear it over and over again, or you say it to hear. So you can use your phone to record the declaration. Say it to yourself. But that is the protocol tool. Declaration tool. The purpose of that is to start helping counter-attacking the things you heard. So if, let's say, you are somebody, they say you are good for nothing, then now we need to write a declaration that will counter-attack that belief system to start wiring it. Now, it is the IBP that will start making your habit sure. So you like lying, so your habit is clear. This is the guy, he will never tell you the truth. Now, everybody in your neighborhood knows that you are lying, but they also can tell there is something about this guy. He is not bad. So why is he lying? It is not your fault. It's the way you were wired. So now your behavior is clear. If he pours something, let's say there is this cup, and this cup fell down by you. What do you think the person's behavior will be? If the person takes a trade and then they lose the money, what do you think their behavior will be? Please, if anybody is able to give me this answer, you have gotten the pillars that connects to trading. Let's say the person has blown the account. The behavior, he over-leveraged and blew the account. What do you think the behavior of the person will be? How do we know the behavior? Let's see what the person will say. What do you think the person will say? Let's connect it to somebody who can lie. They are not bad. It's the way they are wired. What do you think? They have blown the accounts. They have blown it. What do you think the first thing, because now they are under pressure, they lost money they didn't want to lose. And many of you don't lie, because many of you started from the same place. What do you think their first sentence will be in their mind? It doesn't have to come from their mouth. But what do you think their first thing will come from their mind? Or if somebody asks them, how is the trading going? What do you think they will say? Let's say I've come to you. How is your trading business going? You blew your account yesterday. Before you became a TP family member, what would you have said? Don't give me the right answer. Be very honest. Just be I want to show you something, because it's a powerful case study. What do you think you will say? Tell me. You blew your money. Money. Oh, man. Whoever this person is today, you are doing incredible. I got manipulated by the market. The market is chasing me. Manipulation of the market. That's what you will say. Not because you are bad. No. It's because the way you are wired, your brain first thoughts of action is not what did I do wrong and what can I learn from it. It's the market manipulated me. This mentor, there is a gentleman, probably he's following. He came onto a session with me and he said, Mr. Cliff, I invested money into some business and I've lost all the money. I said, okay, what did you learn from it? I have learned that don't just trust friends. I said, don't trust you. Because if you did your research and then you knew what not to invest in, that friend will not have manipulated you. Stop lying and know that you didn't also do your research. I'm not saying there are no scammers, but don't let the first line of action be somebody scammed me. What research did you do? Just be honest. Because if remember, we spoke about today the critical transition. Some of you, your transition right now is being honest. But remember, it is not your fault. Don't take this blame and say, what Mr. Cliff is saying, what will I do? You are just wired. It's the way you were wired. Now, this wiring, there are different types of wiring. Only you can know yours. So your behavior will look like that. So your results will now be a blown account, over leveraging, blow account, that will be your results. So if we now want to change the person's behavioral reality, we will start from the identity. The identity will let us know their belief system. Then we will now understand their personalities, the one nobody sees. Then their habits, obviously we now get it. Then we will now see their behavior, their results. If we change this and force this, this is an expression of this and this. This does not have a choice. Your personality does not have a choice. Your personality is a slave to this too. Whatever you think you are and whatever you believe you are is what your personality will package. Your habit and your behavior is also a connection to your identity and your belief and your personality. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. So now you come to me, we have checked and realized, technically speaking, reality speaking, you have the money, you have the time, but you don't know why. So we found out the why. If you're learning something already, drop some more in the chat. Drop some ones in the chat. Are you with me? So now you understand why we did the identity series this year. You now understand why we did belief system this year. You understand now, yeah? Good. Now, after you have understood all these things, now we go to the favorite part of the conversation. Not a favorite, but that is where many people are. So now I have helped you for you to see all of these things. Third stage is called the psychological reality. Now, what do you think you're going to be doing here? Here, it's not more about me and my skills to help you. Here is more of you. Now, over here, I need to be able to help you to understand 3 levels. 3 levels. Now, I've already helped you for you to understand your identity, your behavior, your personality, and every single thing. We have realized that. Now you said, Cliff, I want to be able to really become a different person. Then now we have to look at your psychological reality. And there are 3 things I need to be able to teach you. Or 3 things you must be able to be ready to learn. 3 things. There are 3 stages in the psychological journey of a trader. We are connected psychology. Let me put trading here so that you know, because psychology is big, it's vast, but we are debunking specifically the trading now. And I told you guys that there are 3 stages that I will take you guys through. We did this quite some few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Can we bring it up on the screen, please? 3 stages that you are going to go through when it comes to the psychological reality. Stage number 1. Let's do it in order of priority. What is stage number 1? What is stage number 1? Now, if somebody now comes here and say, why are you wasting your time? Does this lessons with line upon line, precept upon precept look like a time-wasting masterclass? No, Chief. Everything we teach here is connected to something. It's an actual curriculum. First stage, somebody give it to me. If now you get into the reality check as a trader, you want to become a whole trader. You have realized your realities. Self-awareness is first stage. Thank you. Self-awareness is the first stage. Second stage. First stage is self-awareness. Second stage. Now, guys, we are not. I hope you are not just giving me the answers. I really want to believe you are now understanding everything purely. If you connect this to the Profitable Trader series, you are just gone. You are just going to become so calm and know that this is a journey that you are becoming. It's a journey, ladies and gentlemen. First phase, self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is when you become aware of yourself. That means, no, not interpretation. So hold on, before we give me, yes, it's not self-regulator, self-regulation. So self-regulation. I will explain all of this. You let us list them. When we finish listing them, I will basically explain all of this so that you understand very well. So now we are on the psychological reality now. The first one is self-awareness. Many of you are like, all these master classes is here. Yes, it is here. It is here. 79 episodes. What do you think we are doing? Two hours minimum each. Self-awareness is the first stage. I will explain, don't worry. Then self-regulation is the second stage. What is the third stage? What is the third stage? It's not risk management. What is the third stage? What is the third stage? Tell me. Anybody? Not rewiring. It sounds like a good answer, but I really, really want somebody who has watched that masterclass. It's not self-rewiring. It's not self-discipline. It is not that. So we have self-awareness, self-regulation, self-transformation. Thank you. This is it. Self-transformation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, please watch this. So we have self-awareness. Remember, psychology is 2 words here. Logy simply means the study of. So the psyche here means basically your solical parts, your mind, your emotions, and behavior, and so on and so forth. So self-awareness here is when you sit down and every single time that I make 2 losses in a row, I become heavily emotional. Self-awareness. Then you are thinking, but why? Self-awareness has different things in it. Self-awareness, inside it is self-interpretation. So if you cannot interpret what you have become aware of, the awareness is not complete. If right now I see something moving like this, and I'm like, this thing that is moving like this, it's moving like a rhythm. No, chief, that is a snake. So even though I have seen something moving, I can call it a rhythm. It's not a rhythm, it's a snake. Until I know what that thing is, I have not become aware that there is a snake here. I know there is something there, but what is that? So self-awareness, inside it is self-interpretation. The ability for you to know, okay, this is what I am feeling, and this is what is causing it. I don't understand why, but this is it. Self-awareness. Now, there is the difference between self-awareness and self-regulation. Let me show you this. So if you now say you want to be able to understand your psychology, what you are basically saying, you want to become aware of yourself. So if you are somebody that your emotions are all over the place, the goal of why you want to understand why your emotions is all over the place is so that you can understand what is going on with your actions whenever you are emotional. So the difference between this, I explained, and I used a very powerful analogy those days. I said, imagine if you get a cut on your hand and you go to the hospital. The reason why you went to the hospital is because the cut was so clear that you became aware you are bleeding. Now, when you take the hand that has been hurt to the hospital, the doctor is not going to magically remove the sore. The doctor is going to regulate the sore. So he's going to put on several things. Solomon, can you start going to the website, the part where it says the habit area for the regulation tools? We'll come back to the later, but then look for it for me and we'll share the screen. So self-awareness is you understanding after 2 losses in a row, you start to become very, very agitated. So you have become aware. So the same thing. So you have a sore cut on your hand. You go to the hospital. The doctor is not going to automatically remove this thing from this one for you. The doctor is basically just going to say, hey, you know what? You are hurt. Therefore, let's put iodine, hydrogen. That one is called regulation. It's like using a fan or an air condition in your room. You are not necessarily going to basically stop yourself and say, oh, the room is hot. If the room is hot, regulate the temperature then. So regulation does not change the entire season. If it is hot, let's say, for example, right now in summer, when you go to Dubai, or when you come to Dubai, it's hot. When you enter into the room and it is cold, it doesn't mean that your room has changed the season. It is still very hot outside, but you have regulated your environment to get what you want. So regulation does not change you. Regulation helps you. Regulation does not change you. Regulation helps you. Regulation does not change you. Regulation helps you. Please, I hope you are understanding. I wanted to show you that we have it on our website as well. When you go to the footer on the down, go to the main website and you go to the footer on the down, you will see habits tools or habit something. Just go all the way down. The main website, you go to the down, you will see it is there as habits. Then when you click it, it will take you to a place where you see multiple things like that. So you will see the angle here is that self-awareness is that now you. So let me give you a clear example for you to understand this. So number one, you are like every single time that you are in the markets, you don't know why. As soon as you hit 1 or 2 stop losses, you become emotionally agitated. So now you have become aware. So now, and you are like, look, when that happens, I don't know what happens. I said, okay, there is something in your brain called the prefrontal cortex. So now I'm going to speak a little bit English here. I'm talking to the person. Now put yourself in the shoes of the person. I'm like, okay, there is something called the prefrontal cortex, PFC. Anytime that you are afraid or you are all over the place, your brain will now, unfortunately, shut down a part of your PFC. Do you know why? Let me talk to you a little bit so you understand the context. Because your brain is a defensive mechanism organ. It has to shut down things to make other things become strong so that you can be able to survive. Please watch. It has to shut down things so that it can make other things become strong, so that you can become somebody that can be protected. So let's say, for example, if you see a lion, your brain is not going to form boss. Your brain is going to shut down your logical reasoning so that you can run with the fear, triggering the waves in your legs. So the same way, because your brain, remember what I told you, your brain does not know the difference between a lion and a red candlestick that you are in a drawdown. It translates all of them as the same based on the chemical reaction that gets released into the body. So the moment that you are in a drawdown, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes you become logical, shuts down by a percentage. Your brain is not the only thing that does that. You can ask women, when they become pregnant, their immune system shuts down a little bit. Why? Because the body sees the child or the egg that is forming as a foreign material. So if the body does not shut down a little bit, it will hurt the kid or the child forming. It is the nature of your body system, the physiological properties. Same thing with your brain. So anytime your body wants to protect you, some part of your body or your brain goes down in strength. So if your brain wants to protect you, it will shut down the prefrontal cortex anytime the amygdala sounds the alarm. So the amygdala is the part of your brain that is responsible for fear factor. Please listen to this carefully now. So when you are in front of the chart and you are losing trace, there is an actual mechanism happening in your brain that makes you not know what is happening. So before you could realize, the part of your brain that is responsible for logical reasoning shut down a little bit. But that moment, what you need is not just believing in yourself. What you need is self-regulation. So one of the ways that we regulate our mind to come back into being logical is what we call the breath work, breathing technique exercises. That is why when you watch movies, when somebody loses a loved one or something very tragic happens, the first thing the loved ones will tell the person is breathe, 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 because they want to get back oxygen into the person's brain. Because in your brain, it uses a lot of oxygen. And everywhere that your brain wants to transfer other strength, oxygen and blood flow goes to that part more. So if you start consciously now breathing through your nose and holding it and through your mouth, this is not namaste, yoga, no, this is science. So when you breathe, then you hold, then you let it out, you are regulating your impulses. And by you regulating your impulses, you are coming back into consciousness. This is the same thing that happens to men. So when a man sees a woman and the man is in love with the woman and the man cannot control himself and all your blood flow leaves here, that is when you start promising the woman you will buy them a ship. Meanwhile, you have not even owned a wheelbarrow before, but you can buy a ship. Where do you think that thinking is coming from? Do you think it's coming from your logical reasoning? No. That moment you have even forgotten there is something called wallet, which you don't have anything inside. So you need to understand that this is the same thing that happens in trading. So as a trader, now watch this. Why is this so important to the average retail trader? Because your environment is not predefined. The asset you are trading is not predefined, meaning that you don't know. You are in a speculative business. Anything can happen. So you must be ready. But when you enter into the professional environments, they have systems in place that make sure whoever you are, you will not make foolish decisions because they can't trust you. But you are your own boss. So when you don't put systems in place, you are in trouble. So the moment you start to notice, one of the techniques I used to use was what I call the rubber band technique, rubber band. Anytime I start to see that I'm panicking, I stretch the rubber band, it hits my hand, I stretch it like 5 times. I'm not hurting myself. It's not that strong, but enough to be able to make me become aware again. It's called regulation. So when we are going through the psychological reality, we look at everything here. We look at everything here. Self-awareness, so that you can become aware of yourself. Guys, self-awareness is not just for the trader. In this world that we live, you must become self-aware. Self-regulation is sometimes you don't beat a thought by thinking. You beat a thought by talking. You have hit 2 stop losses. The thought is coming. I knew it. You are not a good trader. I am not there yet, but I'm learning from my mistakes. Don't think it, talk it. It is a self-regulation tool. Declaration is a self-regulation tool. Looking into your room and counting the things you see is a self-regulation tool. Then self-transformation. 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 So now stage number 1, self-awareness. Stage number 2, we have given you regulation tools. Solomon, can you bring the screen up? Let me direct you. Let's see. Because maybe people may be wondering. Can you bring it up? Let me see if we can find it together. Where is it? Can you go down? Scroll all the way down. Let me see. Just scroll all the way down. 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 Just keep on going down. Just pause. Go down, go down, go down, go down, 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 down. No, down, down. Let's see. No, down, down, over there. Habit Hub. Go to the Habit Hub. No. Click on the Habit Hub. You will see it over there. Scroll down, Habit Hub. Look at the footer. Perfect. Now scroll down. Yes. Scroll down, scroll down. Yes, just keep on scrolling, no worry. So over here, as you guys can see, just go there to the breathing. Just look at the breathing part. Just pick the breathing exercises. Just breathing exercises. Perfect. So when you guys come here, go down. You just go to the part where we can see the breathing well. So when you come here, we have different type of breathing exercises. The favorite one I have is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So go to the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Click, go up a little bit. Just go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. And then look at the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Click on that, not the box breathing. So there is something called the box breathing, and there is something called the 4-7-8. So the 4-7-8 is one of my favorite. You breathe, you inhale for 4 seconds, and then you hold for 7 seconds, and you exhale for 8 seconds. Very powerful one. So you are here as a TP family member. You are like, Mr. Cliff, how do I do this? We have all the systems in place for you. You come here. If you are tired, if you are stressed, come here and breathe. Until you know how to do it on yourself, don't worry, just breathe. And there is a timer. You can also adjust the timer and so on and so forth, and just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe your losses on the market. Just breathe. Anyways, let's stop sharing the screen now. Thank you. So now, this is what we call, so when you go to the Habit Hub, there are several different regulation tools we have. Focus timer, this and that will help you as a retail trader or somebody. You don't even have to be a retail trader. You can use it. If you guys are understanding where we are right now, drop some ones in the chat. So number 1, somebody comes to you. They say, Mr. Cliff, I don't know what is wrong with me. We look at your realities. We have found out that something is really wrong because you have all the things, money, time, skill. We look at your behavior. Now, after we have exposed your behavior for you, you are like, Mr. Cliff, help me to be able to actually become psychological reality. Self-awareness, self-regulation, self-transformation. Self-transformation is when you go through the process, because transformation takes time. Transformation takes time. Are you with me? Good. Now, after we have been able to understand all of this, the next thing that I will talk to you guys about is what we call the business structure reality. Guys, I will not talk about this much. The next reality is the business structure. Now you have your psychology intact. You understand what you are doing. You understand yourself. The next question right now is, are you running a proper business structure here? I already did all of that in the Profitable Trader series, so we will not spend time here at all. So now I want to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this carefully now. At all these 4 levels we spoke about today, technical, the reality, the behavioral, psychological, and the business structure, that's I said I will not talk about now. If this is your first time that you are seeing this, I will not talk about this because the business reality is already explained in the Profitable Trader series, so that we don't take too much time. Now, I want you to look at what we have been teaching you this year in this community. We started with the identity series, and we were able to establish that who you are who you are as a person is the root level of the problem, the container, the original designer. Then we went into the belief series. The goal was to show you guys the difference between a stated beliefs and an operating beliefs. I really hope you guys watch that series as well. That beliefs can run your decisions without you even realizing it. So you need to be able to understand that part of the psychological state of the things that we're learning, we brought in another series this year called the self-perception series, because no matter how your belief system is, the way you perceive you is important. Then we did few lessons this year, the psychology of fear. We spoke about that fear is one of the most dangerous emotional context every trader and entrepreneur or whatever can go through. Then we did not just leave there, because we realized if there is an identity, a self-perception problem, a belief system problem, a fear problem, then you need to heal. So we spoke about the psychology of healing, because there are scripts that did not only just create problems, they created wounds. Are you with me? They created wounds. Then we spoke about the psychology of money. And if you are going to make this thing called money, then you need to understand the position you have to place it. So we said money is a tool. Then we spoke about the independent trader series. Because if you are going to become a profitable trader even, you must first become confident enough to go through this journey independently. Even though we are all here, if I'm speaking to all of you, I'm speaking to all of you one by one. So we spoke about the independent trader series. The goal of that, in that 5 episodes, was to build a genuine technical and behavioral competence. Then, finally, we did a profitable trader series. That we spoke about something very powerful about the business category. Now, I want you to look at this picture right here. Every series this year, including every single thing we have learned, I want you to write this down for me, please. Write this down. The curriculum of this year was not 8 separate topics. The curriculum of this year was not 8 separate topics. The curriculum of this year was not 8 separate topics. It was one complete diagnostic and rebuilding process. Are you writing? The curriculum of this year, so far, we are not done yet. We still have other curriculums to look at. It was not 8 separate topics. It was one complete diagnostic and rebuilding process. The goal was to address every level at which a trader can be broken and showing how you can rebuild it correctly. That was my goal. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody comes to you today, together with this topic, plus everything we have done this year, and the person understands exactly what we have been learning throughout this year, I can assure you, by hook or crook, your status is changing. Many people don't understand what psychology is. They don't even understand the part of what becoming better is. You see, all the people that you look at, you envy, you wish you were like them, the exposure they get, whether it is from a cash cow, rebate, whatever, you will notice that there are many people I know that only started becoming a profitable trader after they made money from rebates. I'm telling you, they were good, don't get me wrong, but they didn't have the luxury to trade well because they needed money all the time. So the exposure they got, the traveling, the things, when all those things are happening, they are becoming transformed. So when somebody comes to you and they say, I have a problem, don't be quick as a TP family member and say then your problem is a psychological problem. Don't go there yet. Start from the reality. Go to the behavior, then psychological, then business. Each of every problem they may have in all the assessments, the solution is on TP Family or TP Masterclass Live Dashboard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short masterclass today. The goal of it was to bring clarity to somebody. If today you were able to learn something, I don't want to take too much time because I think that the thesis and the message has landed. I believe it. I know it when I have poured out enough to transform someone by the grace of God. If you have learned something today, drop some number ones in the chat for me, please. If you have learned something today, drop some number ones. If something has become clear, like if you add this to the Profitable Trader series and something has become clear, drop some number ones in the chat. For all those who do not know how to trade completely, do not worry. We have a solution for you. If you know you don't know how to trade and you are a beginner completely, make sure you go into the WhatsApp channel. I'll be dropping the bootcamp videos we did again, so you can get some proper foundation. Okay? But if you learn something today, drop some ones in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's even do some 4-7-8 breathing technique. Don't go, stay. Let's regulate. Can you bring it up, Solomon? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to breathe. Just breathe your name upon me. Breathe. We're about to breathe. We're about to breathe. So are you ready now? Can you give us some sound, Solomon? Give us some powerful sound. And then, so let me just take them through this now. Watch this, guys. We are going to breathe in 4 seconds. All those who do not have strong lungs, please, if you don't even have a strong lung, relax. But let's breathe. Let's start it now. Click on the start button. Let's go. Let's breathe. We are regulating ourselves. When we finish, we will now hit it with some declaration. And there you will know something is powerful. Let's rock and roll. Let's breathe. So inhale, now hold. 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 Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Don't die on me. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. Don't breathe. Hold. Exhale. Always exhale through your mouth. So breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. All right? Not to waste too much time. You can be able to go and continue and do it. It's a very powerful one. Now, guys, I want us to declare that I am becoming a whole trader. That's this, all the sessions that we have been learning this year. You can bring me up on the screen alone, Solomon. All the lessons that we have been learning this year, I am becoming a whole trader. Now you know this thought that we are countering is a thought that is making you believe, am I even going to become? It is not true. Before this year started, there were many things you did not know. So don't let your brain lie to you. Remember, we have different seasons. You are probably in your year of preparation. So don't compare yourself to the person who is getting results. Declare. Lay your hands on your prefrontal cortex and say, I am becoming a whole trader. Young man, parents, that man or that woman with the taste, I am becoming a whole trader. If it is not trading, I am becoming a whole entrepreneur. If it is not entrepreneurship, I am becoming a whole skilled so and so. But declare, I am becoming whole. I am becoming whole. Is there any sound? I am becoming whole. I am becoming whole. I am becoming a whole trader. Declare to yourself that I'm becoming a whole trader. LinkedIn, declare. Facebook, declare. YouTube, declare. I am becoming a whole trader. By these lessons, now you know that the declarations are not positive affirmations or whatever. It is a counter-attack script we are using to come against the thoughts. Because you don't beat a thought by thinking. You can't beat the thought realm. It will beat you. So when you are thinking something, talk against it. So if your mind is making you believe that you are not going to become, counter-attack it and say, I am becoming a whole trader. Counter-attack it. Counter-attack it. I am becoming a whole trader. I am becoming a whole trader. Declare, giving you a few minutes. I am becoming a whole trader. I am becoming a whole trader. I feel like I am tempted to let us listen to the other audio. Identity rebuild. If that is there, can I get that one as well? Let's listen to that song if it is available. I am becoming a whole trader. Our identity is wiring. Every single thing in us this year is changing. If that instrumental identity rebuild, the one we use for the bootcamp, if it is available, can I please hear it? Let them hear it. Let them hear it. Then listen to the song. I will keep quiet for a few seconds and I want you to listen to the lyrics.
Why did you come? To become. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. I was chasing money. I was chasing money. I was chasing wins. I was chasing wins. But the market showed me. But the market showed me who I really am. Who I really am. The old man must die. The old man must die. The old beliefs must fall. The old beliefs must fall. Before the trader rises. Before the trader rises. I surrender it all. I surrender it all. Identity rebuilt. Beliefs rebuilt. Beliefs. Habits rebuilt. Behavior rebuilt. Results rebuilt. I am not the same. 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 I came in as a trader. I came in as a trader. I live with the name. I live with the name. I am ready.
I'm ready.
I am ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
I am ready.
It's okay.
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. If you understand this song, drop some ones in the chat. So you see, everything we do here, the things we make you hear, they are engineered to do something to your mind. Identity rebuild, beliefs rebuild. It's not just a song. So that was how, you know, in the bootcamp, that was what happened. Maybe we need to release this song. We need to release this song into the TP family. Guys, remind me. We need to release this song and put it on our YouTube channel so that people can listen to it in the morning, even before they know what they are becoming. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Remember what the announcement I gave this coming last Saturday of this month is going to be our CSOT trial test for phase 2 to phase 3 students, those who are going to really perform well in the exam. But at the end of the day, they are not graduating yet. It's not a graduation party or whatever. It's just a test to see what they have learned so far. And then we are going to go on a break for 1 month. Then we will resume after 1 month. Just be in the Telegram channel, the WhatsApp channel. We'll be giving you the updates and so on and so forth. With that all being said, thank you, TP family, for the kind of person you are becoming. I am happy and grateful to God for you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next week, God willing. Have an amazing day. God bless you all, and bye-bye.